that we can fight together. Because me, I find it not to withstand things like this one that the system have brought to us.
Yeah.
And yet they have disseminated information that the people are not able to read.
Yeah.
But it is written in very small italics that you can never see it. Every meal, bread flour and maize flour, it is written that no under age of 13. Even liquid fruit. I used to bring my child liquid fruit. Many people I used to reframe it, and they wondered why even the liquid fruit 100%. No, guys, read here. The person wrote it here. 4 years and above, because he has made many chemicals and many processes that will never be healthy to people.
Yeah.
In short, I can say that I have read the books, and when I read these books, I was very surprised because I had information from another channel, not reading official books.
Yeah.
I read journals and I listened to professors. So when I got to the library in 2010, I was very surprised to find that these things are written in books. These truths that I thought the governments and they should never make us to know them. I was surprised that they are written these books that are packed in libraries. And me, I have been like thinking that information was made not to reach the people. Because for an example, I was working for human resource.
Yeah.
Yeah, the director who was arrived there, he told me that he can never work with a person with African hair.
Yeah.
So I should come cut Monday. So it was Friday. And I was wondering, and I was very annoyed. Yet I was in mid of work, like job, because I was my first year today. I was looking for a job like everybody, and I thought I can do anything just to get a job. But me at that time, I had known that no. I should not be a person like that.
Yeah.
But I was reading from journals and those unofficial books and listening to professors through the internet who talked things that I read there in journals. Now, it arrived to me that they made a big argument there, saying that they should bring literature to me, official written documents, showing me that I should be like that.
Yeah.
The way they taught me.
Yeah.
So they made, she said she can never bring me anything, but she made all the tricks that I should there and come to library. That's when I come to here and work. And I was really surprised to find all information that I thought was very hidden. Because it will be very helpful to the people.
Yeah.
I never thought it was placed here, and when I got it, I'm very surprised. Every day I get surprised when I read, because I find very relevant information to me that will be the information that can save my people.
Yeah.
From all faculties of life. And I find that the thing that I acquired here is that that made very happy, is that I got assurance that all the things that I've been thinking, I was not outright, I was not going astray. I've been properly on the way, and I'm still on it, and I was very happy for that. And my people, what I'm telling many people that I come across here is that they should be aware that many things which made them to lose self-confidence, that's why we are poor like this, even to think, is that we don't know that everything, when you read books, started in Africa. All intelligence, all universities, all faculties of life that bring civilization started here in Africa. And when we know that we can have a lot of self-actualization and self-esteem, that we can do things that now we think we cannot not do because we think we don't have rich history.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we can know that we are from a very rich history, like Basotho here, books are written here in my section that Bafokeng, the tribe here, where one of us can belong, come straight from Egypt, where civilizations is being run by white people, that it is where all the things started before Europe can even have ability to speak. They was an art of speaking. They confess it. So now I think, in short, I can say that I cherish the reading culture a lot, and I advise our people here, all of us, to try to be part of reading. It will bring us a lot of good fruits. Thank you very
much. As I think you have to give props to him.
Yeah.
Yes, Mark. For those years that are the open, the eardrums are clear. I think he has said very, very important things, you know, the matrix and the problems and all that we're facing. And as we were talking, I was thinking about, I don't know if you guys, we're going to ask these questions later. I need to finish this, about what happened in South Africa for foreigners being chased. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about the network companies that are using the data gets finished quickly in your phone, from your phone, and you guys, the librarians, what are you doing about it? You know, so we're gonna go to that. Let's go to Ntate.
Hey, myself, actually,
yeah.
myself, now,
let's go to Ntate.
I'm getting old. I'm getting old, and I'm just getting there.
Yeah.
But actually, I've never been satisfied myself.
Okay.
Since from the beginning, because we've been failed by our education system.
Yes, the matrix. Yeah. The
education system, because even the career guidance, we never had them in school. And I find most cases, especially those students, after finishing the mix, they are not even sure which course, what they want to be after finishing. Myself, I'm not certified even today. I haven't finished anything because I thought that I would be working as a librarian. I never thought myself when I was at that school, I wanted to be a lawyer myself. I never thought that even the librarianship, something that where somebody can go to school and be trained to be a professional. But since, you know, as human beings, we have to live. We have to. I must have clothes. I must have shelter. So then I got the job. I'm working.
Wow.
Although this, I never thought that I would be working as a librarian. I wanted to be a lawyer myself. Hence, the other time I was in attend this other conference at UNISA. This other Professor Mchombo. Now I think he's in Namibia. He was asking my mates. Some actually were young, but then we were called the emerging leaders in the partnership.
Yeah.
And then he was asking us, how did you join the program, the partnership?
Yeah.
And then they would say whatever the response they would give. But then myself, I said, I joined it by accident. Because it happened that actually when I got here in Masuri, then I just saw the advert. And I was looking for the job, whatever the job.
Whatever comes.
And
whatever comes.
Yes.
I want to find when I got the job, okay, I can even be trained to be there. So the problem, our education system, not that I showed myself, because if then the system's place, we had the career guidance.
Yeah.
Because even today, our children, some just go to the police, want to be police officers, soldiers, teachers. They did not, whatever that comes, that's the problem that they have. I think most countries, they become successful because they know if this particular child wants to venture into agriculture, it should dwell on that specifically. I think that I haven't reached anything so far.
So it looks like 99% of the country population that are working, they're working in the wrong place. They're doing the wrong things. But for the sake of survive, right?
Yes.
Just to survive.
Yeah, this is so touching, emotional.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I can say I'm not yet there, but at least I've figured out what I want to do or where I would want to be. And I think I'm on the right direction, but I still want to go back to school.
And do specific things that you think is for the market. Because another problem is the job market. Wow, guys, I think yeah.
There is this thing of, we want our children to go to school, to be educated, so that they can get proper jobs. But, the system doesn't allow that. Sometimes it's as if when you go to school, you're just wasting time. Because you may find that this just people who are not learned, people who didn't go to school, life is in their hands. They have everything. They have assets. They live this kind of life which everybody wants to live. What you see. But for those who went to school, they are just there with their degrees and certificates, diplomas, and all. They are just out there. They don't come into the system so that they can develop the country. Like you see, we are our leaders, the people who make laws, the people who run the economy of the country. And many countries, you may find that they are not educated, but they are leading educated people. So sometimes
we have examples, like you made examples in South Africa.
you see?
And in many countries, not only South Africa. Yeah. Even here, right? Yeah.
So the system itself, you don't know when is it good? Is it bad? You don't know what is good and what is bad from the itself.
Yeah, I think I've been to China. I've seen what they have done. I think the system can change, but I think we need to like trying to accommodate the educated and not educated ones. We're trying to accommodate because of our. But if you look at China, what it has done, you will never see. They don't allow to employ somebody, a police or a soldier who doesn't have a degree.
You see?
Actually, you must have a master's. You must have masters if you have to work as a police, so that you understand the criminal. And when they come out, they don't. You see in South Africa, what police? Because they're matriculants.
Yes.
They're matriculants.
Yes.
So they don't. How can you think a matriculant is going to treat you well?
No.
No way. A high school graduate will never treat you well. But in China, nothing. No gun, no stick, just a camera. You know this, right? Just a camera. Just put a camera here. And they'll speak to you nicely. No arrest, no handcuffs. In China, a police, and guess what? The police in China are highly paid people. Because they got a master's degree. The soldiers got a master's. So you don't become a policeman when you don't have a degree or master's.
You see? I like that.
So this kind of a system, it basically, I heard that here we have doctors that earn more money than a police. I mean, who's doing most of the jobs? Exactly. So if you can categorize people like they have in China, that
The police are doing
They are out there at night.
they go there
doctors
and they can
are
get
there
killed.
doing the same
But
job there.
you will find that they are making very soft work there.
I think
Fixing a wound.
I think the measure there.
The crime.
was-
No, it's just that doctors are saving lives for the ill people.
Yeah.
But the police are just out there to chase criminals. You see?
And be in front of guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I like your argument that the doctors are doing a lot. But remember, if they protest, the police, the doctor will not help.
In every field, in every work, there are times when it go.
In fact,
Yeah.
for our case.
Yeah.
But we can't say because in riots they are working, they are in work that needs power or forces that they are trained to do is therefore we can say they're working more than doctors.
You know what?
You just can't say that.
Remember.
To me, that's opinion anyway.
Understandable.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's debatable.
I should be
I think this.
Despite not wanting to be a librarian myself, like I said, but today I'm a librarian, a professional. And now I'm a librarian. And actually, how can you actually be here? I said that we're in part of the library archives. As professionals in this, actually, all of us, we're from different
educational background.
Yes. So how can we better ourselves? How can we develop our abilities? Because I want us actually to be on this actually, being here.
Yeah.
Although we didn't want to think, not only myself, even a lot of my friends and my colleagues, they
Yeah.
want them working here. But then, since we are here working here, how can we better ourselves and better our
Country.
our institution and develop our institution? Because we are the friend, we are playing the friend and part
Yeah.
in this profession. And then even those coming, the generation to come. Because you are talking about the very important of reading. Because no matter whether somebody can be a soldier, a scientist, whatever, but then the important things should first by reading.
Information.
So how can
Information.
you- yeah, because there are lots of challenges that we are facing as librarians. Some emanate from the political will, from the politicians, because they are decision makers. Plan, but things. I've heard you anyone saying that you can build the bridges, you have the mountains, but those things are not easy because there are those decision makers. But then in our field here, how can we better ourselves and our institution? Even us actually appreciate what we are doing
Yeah.
because we are here already.
Yeah. Thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good question. When you left, he said something important to say, like I like when better education. I mean, better yourselves, better the institution, and also because of educational backgrounds. So, but you said something before, after you left, that there are people actually that are doing well, that actually never went to school or they didn't go as far as other advanced, academic, qualification and stuff. So this is, I think before we can come to that, how is that possible that others are making it? Right now we're using applications that actually are, composed or thought by people that actually didn't, or they dropped out from university. How is that possible? Are they reading it? I believe they are reading it. I don't think it's just coming from the head, it is coming from somewhere. They are reading something, or they're observing, they're reading through observing something.
Narrowing their
You're observing, right?
towards that.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, that is very possible because even people that we know here at home that are very successful, you will find that it's just some kind of, you can call it a lucky, maybe, that he narrowed his vision towards
narrowed.
that thing.
Yeah.
Because me, I have a friend, he's a millionaire, and he's a self-made millionaire.
Yeah.
He just got into a certain sector of business, and from there, in that sector, he found himself in the sector of millionaires.
Yes.
And he just flourished like that. From a low income, but he made a huge income because
He had to be
he
a
was
millionaire. He
inside
was among
there.
the millionaires.
That's what
He had to be
Wow.
I'm saying.
Wow.
And I find that he's also a dropout. And he doesn't
I never thought of this
he
actually.
doesn't use any expertise from school. So when doing all that thing he's doing.
You know,
Yeah.
this issue of the matrix somehow confusing us because when you went to school, you just, I don't know what, you just look at that. You don't look around and see all the opportunities that are there for you to develop or to make money. You are a librarian, you are only confined to librarianship and you don't want to do anything. And that's where the problem comes. But still, like I've said, sometimes it becomes difficult. You are late. somebody who doesn't know anything about it is making laws for you. You know, what kind of laws that guy is going to make for you? You send somebody into parliament who doesn't know anything. You know, that's why we ended up in corrupt nations like we are in Africa. And this issue of colonialism,
Yeah.
it's just stuck into our minds. We can't think out the box. You know, even our African leaders, when they think, they just think of their bosses first. What will Britain say? Because it was our colonizer. You know, it's there. Nothing you can do that can help this country without going to ask somebody outside. You know, we said we are benchmarking sometimes. We used to say that we are benchmarking. Why can't you just do your thing and see you succeed? But if you don't succeed, you will see where did you go wrong and to fix that. But we don't want to do that. So that's why we used to fail.
There is a book here in Librarians written by Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. He writes.
Rich Daddy, Poor Daddy.
Yeah, he writes very good. It's like a way of trying to reveal how the system have made people to be not thinking, and is there some kind of way to try to show us an example of how to survive or dodge the system, because we should be try to dodge it. I think when we are not informed, we cannot beat the system very well. When we are informed, we can be even better than those brothers that are at home doing things without reading. Yeah, because even at home there I showed another mechanic that, man, you should never get any problems later.
Yeah.
You should always go to your Google. Now he's using it. Everything he's not seeing, he just go there. And you use there. They show him, he just remembers fast that, you can see where I was wrong, like that. So I am bringing this thing you talked about, our brother, of data, data connection.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, that to answer, I think from my experience of traveling and what I've been exposed to, I realized that in China there are 2 million delegates, you know this, they assembled. There's no parliament, just delegates. Each one of them must have a master's degree or PhD, and is coming from a different field. Okay. On top of that, they've got the intelligence in everywhere. So let me give you an example. I was telling somebody that you go embassies. That's where the problem emanates. Let's say Lesotho embassy in China. Or what they do is they only accommodate the Chinese to come and invest here. Yeah. But we get also 1,000 Chinese coming here. Do we also get Basotos going to invest? No. Why? The laws of China does not allow you to invest in their country. And in their country, anything that is there's a policy that they will manufacture things for Africa and for the world. It's there, it's written. So whatever that comes from China coming to straight up, it's the second grade. Everything that comes goes to the West, it's the highest grade. Because from the West, they can sell back to Africa. If you are Lesotho, you want to work there, you can only work as an English teacher or something else. If you start a business, you're a billionaire, you want to start a business in China, you must give 60 to 70% to a Chinese. Even if he's not working there, just his name appearing there every month. The profit that you make, 1,000 profit, it means that the 700 must be going to the Chinese. Here, and when in a rural area, no foreigner must go to the rural area. Here you're putting Chinese in the mountains. That is like getting into your pants. Because we are still constructing that place, developing that place, economically, politically. We are constructing. No foreigner should be exposed to that. Up until they're better. Then you can come to only see what we have accomplished, not shop in there. So that's where the problem we have. We needed delegates. Maybe Basotho, what is the population here?
2 million.
2 million. So let's say we get 500,000 or whatever delegates from all the areas. Librarian goes there as a delegate from the library, from information and data. Another one from the artificial intelligence. The other one from there. What happens? We're far behind that. Even ShopRite people are standing there. You got a degree, but you're standing there to pay. That is, your dignity is not there. In 21st century, in China, you scan, the basket has got a scanner.
Yes.
So you pick, you scan with your basket. After you're done, you can pay immediately. Then you can just check. There's no way you can steal anything.
Even
The time is up actually. Can you wrap up?
Okay.
the taxi, when I want the taxi, I just come here.
So I think I'm gonna say this before we wrap up, because Ntate asked the question, how you develop for the institution, because the interest now, we are narrowing it down, like I said, narrowing down, you have to narrow it. So we're gonna narrow it back to the institution, the library, because we're here to sort of to do the advancement and to help people, whatever, and to work. So now let's move from there, because I was gonna ask the questions, how do you feel about the data usage, because it's expensive everywhere here in Lesotho, and also what happened in Lesotho, that failing to get into South Africa, but this is, so I'm gonna skip all that for the sake of time. What I wanted to say is that I think I'm gonna ask question to each one of you, how you can be able to library to make it even more enticing to the people around, and so there are many ways actually. You see, now when I came, this place was clean. The paint was there. There were no watermarks. There were no paint peeling off when I came here. Now I just came back. I was even surprised, like a few years down the line, not a few years, but I mean I can see that things have changed already. By that time, it was maybe 2 years, 3 years old. I think.
Because it was officially opened in 2006.
Yeah.
It was about a year.
Yes. So you can see that now things are developing. They're only deteriorating in everything in your life, in the institution, in the building, in the government, in everywhere. So for the sake of this institution that we are in, a library itself, I'm gonna start with you. How do we make sure, because this library, I'm telling you, is not big. This library was supposed to be the huge piece of
I
land.
think probably, you know what, we are the government employees. We mustn't say negatively about I think we know what's supposed to be happening on their behalf. Hence why I was asking you.
Oh, okay.
You help us, because
I see.
if then they will say, I know what has done before.
You
Yes,
chair.
gentlemen. These guys from American Embassy, so I want to see.
Okay.
Just
Because they need to go to work.
yes,
Because we are still at work here.
yes.
Few minutes, 3 minutes, then you go.
All right.
I think saying the remark or just a question or an advice. What about here? You talked about making the library to be recognized worldwide, and you talk about culture exchange also. How the other people do things and how we do them to be exposed, like the staff to be exposed, how other libraries operate. Since I've been in this section department, I have never seen such being. Maybe you can help us, like to be able to be involved in these seminars and conferences all over the world that are there, only because our people here, we are not used to things like that. Yet to know that they are there, so that we can maybe try to interact with other libraries around the world.
Yeah, I think that we can. It needs to be written on paper. That's the task that I'm taking, because the possibilities are much higher for me to assist this library. Like the challenge that we talked about, the Wi-Fi. It's the challenge that needs to be addressed. That perhaps eventually this place should never run short of that. Secondly, how do we expose this place to this? Yes, it's interaction. Like as I said, this thing has got something to do with the international relations of the library itself, which needs to be taken seriously. So I think you're taking notes, yes, these things can be written down and you can say, this is the task that you have, and get people to come here, because that's where everything starts, And when you come here, it means that the library is going up. The funny thing is that this library was helped by, I think, the Chinese government. Yeah, but then you get American. Yes. So this is a major problem that you're doing something wrong.
Yes, we do.
And so this is the problem that you have.
and we know that East and West are not in very good relationship.
Yeah. So do we this? Okay. Another thing you not mention. Okay. May. Any question? Okay.
Satisfied?
None. Lady.
They have nothing to say.
They have nothing to say. Yes, lady? Okay, follow suit. You? Okay. Now, do you have anything that you want to say? We're closing. Okay. All right. So, yeah, any closing remarks? Because I didn't say everything, but I think it's fine now because they say everybody has got work.
You know, there's so many things.
Yeah.
But the way I see, it's as if we haven't yet started.
We have started. That's what happens in life.
Yeah, it's as if we are doing nothing. We're just here and doing nothing.
No,
But
it's not-
but
I don't
but
think it's a matter of us not doing anything.
Yeah.
We govern the government, and there is nothing, even if we would do things to happen the other way.
The other way, yeah.
There's nothing you can do besides that being approved some way by some who do not approve of anything. You know. So whatever good suggestions that you come with, whatever good ideas that you bring us, there is nothing we can do.
you know what she's saying is that
It's really nothing.
we are really doing nothing.
That we are,
What she says we are really doing nothing because we don't have resources that can help us to do the job.
No, I think,
So if we don't have the resources, like our budget is always cut. So there is no way we can work if we don't have the resources. Like now we are talking about the wife. You know, if we had the resources, have the resources, things will be much better. That's why we feel as if we are doing nothing. But on actual fact, we are not sitting down like that. We are still pushing, even though we are running our library in that primitive manner, whereby we are just expecting people to come here and read books. We are not even there on social media. We don't have even a website. So that's why I'm saying as if we are doing nothing. That doesn't mean that we are not doing anything. But it's as if we are doing nothing because we are not known, whereas we are supposed to be known.
yeah,
You know,
first place.
we are not into the platforms where we are supposed to be seen. Like on social media, we don't even have the Facebook page whereby we
Is that true?
communicate with our
Nothing.
with
There's
our
no Facebook page.
no nothing.
Serious?
Nothing. Okay.
It's the protocol.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
approve, always approve.
And we, like with our management, we don't have people who can advocate for.
Or if there's anything that can be done to renew. You know, do you still need approval?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but
That is where the problem
Yes.
is.
That's what he
Even
said.
if you can
Yes.
bring it
A sol-
yourself,
yeah, but they cannot stop help from external help. They cannot stop external help.
Like, let me tell you one thing. We are talking about the Wi-Fi here. We are in the Ministry of Communication, Science and Technology.
Yeah, under that, yeah.
Is the relevant ministry. But the problem emanates from the leadership itself of this institution. So sometimes we are crying that we don't have this, we are not supported by the government, but the problem is the management. So if the problem is the management, nothing will happen. You can say, I want to help you now to get Wi-Fi right now. But when you get there and say, okay, it says okay. And doesn't push anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't approve. You just come and say, this is, in order for you to do this, you have to do this and this. So if you have somebody like that who doesn't feel the agency of things to happen, it's not made like this.
Yeah. Looks like everything we said, but you're right, you know.
But me, I think there is nobody who has tried to refuse external help.
I think that's what has been happening all along, you know, and I think this, from their experiences, that's what has been happening, you know, that because I'm just saying that bureaucracy doesn't work actually in this world.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It only blocks the developments. Because right now I'm thinking, oh, I can bring wise, you know, to here. It's not a problem. I can find people. I can go back to South Africa and make sure that we push this for Wi-Fi as quick as possible.
We must do it.
Yeah. So then, when I come with the Minister of Communication, no communication.
Yeah,
right?
communication.
Why are you? You didn't tell us.
You see?
Or if they're gonna give them, oh, do this maybe next year or next year.
Like, you know, you can never just come here and you are fixing
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, whereas the ministry doesn't do.
But,
Wow.
but
But-
I'm positive here that in Lagos because even the Americans are just here trying to
That
help.
is why we are talking about this protocol.
Yeah.
He can, but the protocol is too long.
You have to follow the
You have
protocol.
to-
You have to
you have to
follow the protocol.
Observe it.
We have to
Yes.
squeeze
You see.
his ourselves as people. We must first, because we are departments inside department.
But remember that of course, this guy from communications, IT department, they agreed with us that there's no need for us to not have a Wi-Fi here. They have the resources. They have. The problem is
They
our
have.
leadership.
They do. They do.
The problem is our leadership. If he stood up, the Wi-Fi would be speaking here.
But we will get there.
It doesn't cost a lot of money actually to put a major Wi-Fi on a contractor.
You see.
They can get Vodacom to do it even for free.
You see.
They're paying taxing and they're contributing. They're taking
You
money.
see. Yes.
So they're taking so much
They
money.
are just
Out.
to be pushed and asked.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't have people who think like that is thinking.
Patriots, we must all be patriots because this is our intent. There's no bigger man like us. We are all big men. We've been trained to think that we are minority.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah,
other people
yeah.
in the world.
Mm.
We are not even able to confront them.
No, you're not able to.
You know what?
You're not allowed to.
Like I'm telling you.
Because they're power hungry.
Look at
Yeah.
what had happened. just
They can even take your
yesterday.
life. They can even take your life.
Look at what
They've got
just
hit already.
Yesterday.
Ready to get money
Yesterday.
for beer.
There is this position that has been advertised for this library. And you know the certifications.
Yeah.
They say they want somebody with archives.
That's
Archives,
what we
masters
will
in,
do
you
now.
know, degrees in archives. But the librarian, how comes?
Yeah.
You know, these things, they are there.
Maybe somebody
and
paid.
there are people, he just want to serve his own.
Somebody paid.
So if we can let that happen,
There's somebody
I'm
already.
telling you.
That's fine. There's somebody already.
but
That's fine.
that we are just grateful indeed by the.
No,
by
I think
this-
this discussions is very important.
by
So
this message
next time
we
we'll
have
come.
just spread. Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
You should have left us your number.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me give you my WhatsApp number.
Yeah, what's up now?
Plus 8. Check my numbers, guys. You might want to call me.
They are very important.
It's plus
They are very
Plus
important.
86.
86
Wait a minute.
It's a Chinese. Plus 86 15
15
15
double 6
double
6
020
020
4883.
4883.
You can get me just now.
Is it plus 86
Yeah.
156 6020 483?
Yes. Sorry.
The name
You have WeChat.
Cleo Bonny. Yeah, I did not WeChat.
Cleo, Richard.
No, WeChat is like a what from yeah.
Then said the name is
Cleo Bonny. CLEO.
Cleo.
Cleo Bonny BONNY.
You're Bonny. Okay.
No, guys, it was nice talking. I think this was most beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Because I didn't come in and say, oh, we have to read. Let's try to read the 3 and 4. This is a real situation.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So thank you very much, guys. I think,
we really appreciate it.
and I like how discussed. You tell him where we ended up.
Yeah.
Give him feedback. No?
We are all engaged.
We are all engaged.
Yeah, they are all
yeah.
engaged.
Wow. It's amazing.
Ash.
I enjoyed the and I like it that the effect of the month that kind of a challenge that the lastly finally
It's
then
just-
I begin you see understanding of the
I
month.
haven't answered this lady asked. I did ask you. How old are you?
No, that one
And
I
you
don't.
dodged the
I dodged it because I know how to question. I know how to dodge it, and you've forgotten to ask me again.
You dodged the question.
To create another topic on top of the other, on top of the question.
Yeah.
You know the reason being why she was asking you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that she was asking the age because of your height or whatever. But then she was qualified.
By, yes,
Yeah, she said
the
so.
knowledge
She
you
published
have,
so
the
many things.
experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence she was asking.
Yeah, but then I was to create another different topic.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, nice discussion.
Yeah. I hope we can solve some problems, you know.
Yeah.
I hope we can solve these
We
problems.
are very pleased to have you, my brother.
Yeah, no, I really do appreciate. I think we're gonna take a photo before we go.
That one is
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to take a photo,
Yeah.
a picture. I
You
don't.
just need to have
Yeah,
a show.
a picture. Maybe we stand away. Where can we stand?
Here.
Even your accent is fascinating.
Right here.
Um,
Just come this side. You see?
let me see. I think it's somebody's gonna. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Oh. Okay.
We will go there
Okay, let's.
also.
Yeah. Also give it the. You want a picture also from your phone, right? Okay, let me stop this. Let me stop.